Yes, sir. We back. We back. We back. The Red Corner podcast. We talking boxing. We talking MMA. So, you know, some absolute bangers, I guess. Yeah, bangers. Happened 311, right? Um,
Yes,
of
sir.
UFC 311 that happened last Saturday. And we're definitely gonna cover, kind of just recap of what happened. Um, Jerry Proshka knocks out Jamal Hill. What did you think of that fight?
Dude, that first of all, Yuri came in way better. Way
Wait, what?
better.
Way
Way
better?
better.
Oh, your
Yeah, yeah.
audio's audio's going in and it's like muffled.
Hold on. Is that better?
Mm, not
Is it
really.
better? Is it better or worse?
Now it's good. Sounds like it right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this mic. I don't know what's up with this mic. But yeah, Yuri Prohashka, he came into that fight way better than I would have ever thought. Honestly, his head movement was ridiculous. Uh I mean, before we were talking about how he gets hit too much, but he made like a killer adjustment, man. He made an insane adjustment.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he came in. I didn't watch the full fight. I should go watch the full thing. I did see some highlights. He looked like he polished up a lot. Looked like he polished up a big amount of holes that he once had. And Jamal Hill got knocked out. I actually was calling for Jamal Hill to. I actually thought he was going to win. I actually thought he was going to knock out Proshka. That was actually
Oh, I mean,
that was my that was my call. Because I thought Jamal Hill had a bit more power than him. Um, but I stand corrected. I mean, Jamal, where do you think Jamal Hill went wrong?
he was just trying to knock him out.
Oh,
I mean,
that's all he was trying to do.
yeah, he was trying to knock him out. He was swinging so wild. He he wasn't staying disciplined or technical. He was taking risks when he shouldn't have. He was swinging at him when he wasn't really there to hit. I mean, he looked like he was not controlling his range very well at all, to be honest. Um, you know, which I feel like a lot of people, were still judging him off of the Glover fight, you know, which I do. I look at that as a fight because I believe, Rogan said one time, he's like, you got to judge fighters based on their height, based on the heights that they reach.
Yo,
So,
the
you know,
audio, bro, I can't hear you at all. Like it's just I
dude,
don't know
what
what it
the
is.
hell is
Change it to your
wrong?
computer audio.
Yeah, that's what I did. I plugged it out.
You took out the mic.
Yeah, is that better?
Go ahead again.
Mic check. Yeah, I don't know what's up. I
Nah, bro, I don't know what it is.
I really don't know what's happening. I plugged out. The mic is plugged out. Hold on.
Uh,
Let me just try and use. I know what it is. I feel like I. Is that better?
it's worse.
What the? Yeah, bro. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna test this. Press this test real quick and see if I can't figure out why that's happening. Uh, so yeah, bro. I don't know. I really. Oh wait, let me try doing this. Sometimes that does something. Is that better? It's the same?
Kinda, kinda, yeah. It's kind of the same ish. Bit
All
better.
right. Well, I plugged out the mic. Let me plug it back in and see if that changes anything. I have a lot of stuff plugged into it. Plugged into here. All right. Is that better? Mic check. Mic check. I don't know what the problem is. It has to be. It has to be with my lap. Okay, let me restart. Let me restart the computer.
All right.
Be
Yeah. So Marab, you know what I'm saying? Did a great job. You feel me? Um, but we got Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, or sorry, Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. That's coming up in May. We've also got Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero, which is also supposed to be in May. Um, I believe they're both supposed to be on the Canelo cards. Um, I don't know how true or real that's going to be. Apparently, the Ryan Garcia fight is not going to have any VADA testing. Um, so who knows how that's actually going to go. The real reason why the Ryan versus the um Isaac Cruz fight didn't go down, the real reason why that didn't go down is because uh Isaac Cruz wanted some VADA testing, and apparently Ryan Garcia is against VADA testing now. All of a sudden VADA is corrupt. What I'm saying, just because he got caught with taking PDs, all of a sudden now there's a big conspiracy and this and that. Look, VADA's been around forever. VADA doesn't even do the actual testing. VADA is just the organization. WADA does the testing. You get what I'm saying? So WADA does the actual testing. So VADA doesn't even get the samples, but Ryan Garcia will have you think that, VADA is corrupt and, they're working with Victor Conte, this and that. Guys, just stop it. Um, Ryan Garcia cheated. You know what I'm saying? Just accept it. There is no large conspiracy. There is no Devin Haney. The Haney's working with Victor Conte. That's false. Okay. Victor Conte is is in charge of Snack, right, which is a nutritional product, right? It's nothing to do with steroids. And Ryan Garcia himself has worked with Snack. You know, there has been rumors of Ryan Garcia juicing for years now. You know what I'm saying? And look, man, he got caught. He got caught cheating. He failed the test. He failed four tests now. Third or fourth, 3 or 4 tests now. The guy cheated. Um, like, okay, let's see it.
is it better?
Keep going. Check. Do a check.
Mic check. Mic check.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. Seems like it's going in and out, but you're going to just see and try.
All right, hold on. Let me pull it. Let me pull it up. Marco Darko. Oh, I see the shorts.
Huh?
I said I see the shorts.
The shorts.
Like your shorts, like the YouTube shorts.
What shorts? What
The,
shorts?
the, the YouTube shorts. You don't have the Mark from Marco Darko. Like the reels, like
Oh, the old. Oh,
the
okay, the
YouTube
old
shorts. You
ones.
don't have the Mark from Marco Darko. Like it sounds good. It sounds good in my on YouTube.
Sounds fine to you?
Yeah, no, on YouTube it sounds alright. It sounds good in my
Interesting. I
on
can't hear
YouTube.
you. I mean, I can hear you, but I
So
can't hear you that well.
it sounds muffled to you,
Yeah.
huh? But on YouTube, like here, pull up YouTube on your phone. Pull it up on your phone. Does it sounds good on? It sounds good coming through there. I mean, maybe I could be in a less, bit less echoey, but yeah, no, on YouTube
Yeah, it
it sounds
does
alright.
sound good.
It
That's
sounds good.
weird.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
I don't
weird.
know why that's the case. Bear with us, technical difficulties. I don't know why that's the case. Yeah, it does sound fine
Yeah,
on.
I don't.
I don't know why that
But
is.
what you were talking about, Ryan's cheating ass.
Okay, keep going.
I said you were talking about Ryan's cheating ass
Yeah, Ryan's whole ass. It's interesting. Do you hear echo?
from you.
Do you hear
No,
any? No. Okay. All right. Yeah. I don't know. Like I changed my mic, or my not my mic, my speaker. Well, let's get down, like, cause now I can hear you well. Yeah, man,
Uh,
I was talking about Ryan's cheating ass, but because at the end of the day, right now, Ryan Garcia and Rolly Romero is apparently going to go down, and I don't know if you've heard, but originally Ryan Garcia was supposed to fight Isaac Cruz, right? Did you ever see that information come out a
I
couple
didn't
days
see
ago?
that.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
well, it came out, and Isaac Cruz actually backed out of the fight. Do you know why?
He
Because
doesn't feel safe.
they're calling for VADA testing, and Ryan Garcia
Yeah.
doesn't want to do the testing anymore. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's going down.
Wait, how can he refuse to test?
Some fights, it's in the contract. You do not have to have VADA testing. Yeah,
Bro,
I do.
this sport is insane. Bro,
Bro, it is the
this
wild, wild
sport
west.
is crazy, dog.
Yes,
Nah, because you said it before, like that boxing was the wild, wild west, but this like
wild, wild
solidifies it
west.
in my mind.
You could
I
do
never even
anything you
knew
want.
that. That
Yeah,
is crazy.
there's some
Dude,
there,
what?
bro. There was a whole era, and not too long ago. I'm talking like 3, 4, 5 years ago, where like PBC fights didn't have VADA testing. Like no one was
Wait,
getting tested.
so who sanctions these fights?
The sanctioning bodies will sanction it, right? But it's up to the
But
fighter to make sure that it's strict Olympic style testing. It's up to the
okay,
fighter.
so
Yeah.
so like, but do the state athletic commissions not have anything to do with it?
Not really. Not really.
So
I mean, it technically it would have to be negotiated in the actual. Because remember now, right? I don't know if you
mm,
remember. I mean, back in the day, Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao, they were supposed to fight like 2008. They didn't fight like they were supposed to fight back in 2008, but Manny Pacquiao refused to do Olympic style drug testing. So because he refused, Floyd said we're not fighting. So the fight didn't get made until 5 years later until he finally agreed to the Olympic style drug testing. So it's really all up to the fighters on the contract. If they sign up for the VADA 24/7 or 365 testing, then they have to include that, right? But it's not mandatory. If you guys don't press the issue of getting tested, then the fighters don't have to get tested. You know what I'm saying? But the sanctioning bodies are the bout will still be made. The sanctioning bodies will still sanction it. I would assume because there's been a bunch of fights that dudes weren't getting tested for. So um the only thing I'm understanding then is that the sanctioning bodies they still sanction this stuff. So you know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden now think about this for a second, right? This
yeah.
dude Ryan gets caught cheating all of a sudden a well-known, well-established um, testing organization is now in question. Why are we questioning a whole organization that has been here for years and not questioning the dude
Well,
that lied for months, for years about
what
certain
are they
things?
questioning? The methods? Or they what are they
Well, no,
questioning?
there no. Ryan Garcia is saying that Vada is actually corrupt because he's saying that the Haney's paid off Vada to make him lose his or fail his test. Basically, that's what he's saying, right? And what people don't know, what people are so stupid about is VADA doesn't do the testing. VADA is the organization that is basically that makes the rules, right? Like basically they have their list, right, of like banned substance.
Mm-hmm.
But WADA, World Anti-Doping Association, is who does the tests. VADA doesn't take it at all. They don't get the samples at all. WADA
Mm-hmm.
does, right? Um,
You see
so
this face I'm making right now? That's the face where the dude was like, "Why you always lying?"
lying, you always lying. Yeah, man, throwback to 10 years
Nah,
ago for real.
nah. That is
Straight up
that is
though,
that's a wild. That's
bro.
wild. That was
It's wild, bro. Wild. And people saying that Isaac. Look, man. Anyways, Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero is most likely going to go down now.
mhm.
Um,
How do you
and
see that going? That's like a clown show.
yeah, that's a clown show. Um, I would, if there's no testing, I would have to give it to Ryan just because I think he has a bit more IQ. Well, I think he has a bit more IQ than Rolly.
That's
Rolly can
that's
hit
that's
hard.
that's crazy.
Right, Rolly can hit hard though. Rolly can hit hard. But I think Ryan is able to. Um, I think he'll be able to read him. I mean, Rolly is such a terrible fighter. I mean, he is just. He hits hard like a truck, but he's just such. He does everything wrong.
Stop.
He does everything wrong. His footwork is terrible. He stays squared up, right? He's just an awful fighter. I mean, those are the type of dudes that I mean,
Mhm.
if you get hit by him, good luck. But like, if you can dance around them, you can dance around them.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying?
I think that what Rolly would argue is that he is unorthodox, but I feel like the distinction between orthodox and just bad is your success.
Right,
And
right,
so you getting exposed now by Tank, you getting exposed now by guys who are like really top fighters, you
yeah,
know, is really gonna call into question,
right.
his
Whether
skill. If
he's
he loses to Ryan, if
right.
he lose, imagine if Ryan knocks him out.
I mean, he could knock him out, right? I mean, it's very possible.
Hmm.
Right? Rolly's. Oh, I'm making sure I'm not echoing. Yeah, like Rolly's there to be hit. Rolly is there to be hit. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not some wizard of defense, right? Rolly's there to be hit. But I mean, we don't know. A juiced up Ryan. I mean, a juiced up Ryan couldn't knock out Devin Haney, right? You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
like, that says a lot about Devin
I mean,
Haney.
that
But
is crazy that how that fight went, man.
bro, insane. I mean,
I mean, he didn't even look like himself.
no, bro,
Like he didn't look like himself. That's
bro.
that is
He looked like, huh, bro, he looked huge. Number one, he looked massive for
Mhm.
the weight
But
class.
what I'm saying is like Devin didn't look like himself. Like the way
Devin,
he was boxing.
right? No, the whole entire fight, I'm like, bro, I could tell he was fighting angry. I could just see it. I saw the way he was pressing the fight. I was scared the entire fight. I was scared, and I knew I had a bad feeling about the fight the entire buildup. I had a bad feeling. I didn't go out to the bar because I don't like watching Devin Haney fights at the bar because he has a lot of haters, and you know what I'm saying, and I'm a Devin Haney fan, obviously, so like I don't want to hear nobody talking no craziness, right? So like I make sure I don't really go to the bars because you know what I'm saying. I'm a bit more emotionally invested in his fights, right? Um, so I knew I wasn't going to go to the bar. I knew I was just going to watch it at home. And also with Devin fights, you don't know who's really going to win. Like he fights dude now, excluding Ryan, because the Ryan's a fight that if he had, what's crazy? If Devin, it was the perfect storm. 'Cause I'll put it to you like this: even if Ryan was juiced, even since Ryan was juiced up, even if Devin had fought if Devin had fought the fight that he should have fought, actually still would have won. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. I mean, this is classic Roberto Duran Sugar Ray.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
this
Number
is
one.
classic.
Yeah,
I mean, like you said, I mean, he fought not his fight.
yeah.
I
He
mean, if
fought
you if
Ryan's
you
fight.
look exactly, I mean, if you look at boxing, and I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the premier boxing expert, but I would say that I know that boxing is basically hitting and not getting hit. So when you put these styles together, when you put, and no hate to Mexican style is very entertaining and fun to watch. So I'll never, but it's really, I feel like what works the best is like, and I say this about a lot of stuff, but it's like a mixture, like a proper mixture of the two,
Right.
because which is what I think Sugar Ray had. I don't think Sugar Ray was like Floyd. I don't think Sugar
Yeah.
Ray was Floyd, because Floyd got to the point in his career. Floyd would never like walk you down or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Like
yeah, at a certain point, he was just walking backwards, but he was able to outbox you walking backwards.
Yeah,
Unless I mean, I agree.
early,
Cer-
Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah, yeah, right, right. I mean, but even in his later years, in certain sequences, he would walk you down. But for the most part, yeah, he was on the back foot. He was outboxing. He would wait for the. He was like the matador, and the other dude was the bull, kind of chasing him around. And it worked. It worked. And like you have to be very gifted to do that because one, it's a very tiring way of
Yeah,
fighting.
fight on the back
Very
foot. Yeah,
tiring. Oh my gosh.
and also can like you know destroy your will. Always
Yeah.
moving backwards.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
mean, you are 1000% correct because what's crazy is right is when I was fighting, I was majority fighting brawlers, right? Dudes that are coming forward, right? Because I'm in Texas. It was mostly Mexican dudes I was fighting, right? So I would always be fighting them, and I would always be walking backwards. And I think there was one dude I sparred. He was a lot older. He had a bunch of fights, but he was a lot older, and he was helping us train. But I don't know if he had just continuously saw me fight, or this is just his style, but he forced me to start walking to him, right? And that's when I
Hmm.
realized, holy, like, bro, if you're not used to walking forward, it's a
Hmm.
lot tougher than you think. Like
Yeah, because
everyone has their
you
style.
have to set up, and you're very used to just reacting. You're very used to reacting to what people are doing. Very used to countering, and so when you're forced to set up your own offense, it's like becoming. It's honestly in a way, it's like almost more work. It's like the difference between like you know writing a song and like taking a sample and building off of it.
Building it from
You
the
know,
scratch, from scratch,
yeah.
from scratch. Right? You just made a great what is that
Point.
analogy?
Oh,
Is
analogy.
that
Yeah,
an,
yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
that now? That's a great analogy
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
you have counter punchers. And I wouldn't even say I was a counter puncher. I was just someone that, well, maybe so, but like you just said, you are used to reacting. And how I
Mhm.
like to do it is I love to exploit your mistakes or just use what you're trying to do against you. Right? So dudes would, they try to walk me down, and so I'm walk like my favorite thing to do, and this is one thing that my trainer taught me to do was when they're walking forward, right? You get on your back foot, you make it like a bungee, so you make it like a spring. And as soon as dudes start to come forward, you know what I'm saying, you shoot that left hand, that straight, because they're already coming for you. So I mean, you might be able to see it, but if you're fast enough, you can, what I'm saying, and that stops them in their tracks. And so I used to
Mhm.
do that a lot.
So, what'd you do with guys? Did you do the same thing with guys who were longer than you?
Man, I had to try. Well, okay, okay. Well, tall. Do you mean taller or longer? Do you
Like
mean?
longer reach?
You know what's crazy, bro? I didn't fight anyone that had a longer reach than me.
Oh, you did say you were fighting all Mexicans. So,
Well,
so
well,
I
yeah,
mean,
I guess
no,
that's
no. I mean, that's in all honesty, bro. But like we joke, but in all honesty, that's where the style comes from.
yeah,
Because you
right. Because
have,
I show the
if you're
hand.
a smaller fighter, you have to get onto the
You
inside.
got to get
You
closer,
you
right? Yeah,
have to
and you're
walk
right,
forward.
right. And okay, so I had one dude. He was Dominican or something. Like he was black, but he was bigger. He was taller and he had more reach. But he didn't use it well. He didn't use it well.
Hmm.
Um,
Didn't pump his jab.
no, he didn't really have a jab. He
Yeah,
was
see,
good. He was good, but he didn't
that's
have a
like
jab.
having a gun with no bullets, bro.
Yeah,
It's like
jab.
that's what that's like.
Yeah, because your jab is the most important. I don't care MMA, boxing. Your jab is the most important thing you can
Yeah.
have. You need a good jab to become a great fighter. I mean, you could be a good fighter and not have a great jab, but I think what separates a lot of fighters is having a great jab. You know what I'm saying? Setting up a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, range finder, just getting in your opponent's head, just keeping it there. One thing about me is I'm always jabbing. I used to always jab. I don't it could even
Hmm.
be now it's not great to have a lazy jab, but just keep your jab out there. Don't let them be able to set up. Don't let them be able to
Yeah. So to
get
disrupt the
comfortable.
rhythm.
Yeah,
Disrupt the rhythm. Yeah.
rhythm. And rhythm is everything because everyone has a specific rhythm. We're about to give a game right now because if you're fighting, everyone has a specific rhythm. One, two, three, four, hit. one. Two. Everyone has a rhythm. Usually they're going off. So what I used to do when I was fighting is because I used to think I was a lot. I used to think I was really fast. I don't know if I told you this story
Mm-hmm.
before. I used to think I was a lot. I used to think I was really fast when I was fighting. So then, I watched a couple videos and I said, "Damn, I am not that fast." But
You
I was like,
know.
"Wait a minute, I'm not that fast." And so I realized what it was and why I was able to hit guys. It was my timing. My timing was able to. It was good.
Yeah.
It was
Yes. Yeah.
because it was hard to predict and it was off rhythm. And so dudes, you know, you would see me hit and dudes they got their hands up, right? There's not right there, but they got their hands up, but I'm getting through their guard and I'm hitting them and they're not reacting and they're getting hit is because my timing was better. So, like I was saying, everyone has a specific rhythm. Whether you have a 4 count, an 8 count, or 5 count, one, two. It's like a beat. So what I used to do is one, two. I would go like three. I'd go off beat. I'd go. Say one, one and a half, and then I'd go, and
Mm-hmm.
then I might wait a second later, and then go again, and then what I'm saying. So I'd really really switch it up. I'd really make it unpredictable, and so that helped me a lot. That personally that helped me a lot. I don't know if anyone else does that, but
Hmm.
that
I
helped me
mean,
a
no,
lot.
that's 100%. Yeah, I mean, I think that the fighters who can, like Bruce Lee said, like be like water. Like, water
Hmm.
doesn't really. It has a flow. It doesn't have a rhythm. It has a
Right.
flow.
Flow. Perfect point.
So
It has a
yeah. So
flow.
So
And you
yeah.
got
But
to
I
be
think that
exactly. You got to
go
be able
for
to
it.
flow with anything. You got to be able to adapt. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
to just again to get back on track was if Devin Haney had fought his fight, even because people continue to forget this. Ryan only won the rounds that he knocked Devin down in. There was 3 knockdowns, right? Even the
Mm-hmm.
rounds that he didn't get knocked down in, he won. Because and the reason why he won is because Ryan wasn't doing anything. Those rounds, he literally wasn't doing anything. Devin Haney was pressing the action the whole entire time, other than the times he was getting knocked down. But I say all that to say, um, I say that all to say is uh it's crazy how that fight went down. It's crazy. I
Mm-hmm.
know Devin Haney he kicks himself at night, man. I know it because it's like, man, you in your head, you're like, man, I could have done it so differently, right? And won. And so I know in his head, he's like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know he beats himself up, you know what I'm saying? So, it sucks, but at the end of the day, things happen for a reason. And, go ahead and he'll get that rematch. And,
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident that he'll get that success, get that W, and move on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying so.
Yeah. So I want to
Uh,
ask you about I don't know if you've seen the Kevin Holland situation with
with
Rampage.
no, yeah. Let me know about that. I've seen some things. I've been very curious about what's going on.
Yeah. So it all stemmed from Rampage basically let so when Kevin Holland fought Michael Venom Page, Michael Venom Page, his nickname being Venom, he has this thing that he does, right? When at the weigh-ins or at the at the weigh-ins or press conference or whatever, and it's like this, like it looks like a snake, Venom. And but before they fought, Kevin Holland went like this, he did that at Michael Venom Page did that at the weigh-ins. Kevin Holland went like this and covered it. And so there was a picture of that went around, and and Rampage basically commented on the picture, and he was just like, basically that what he was doing, and I'm paraphrasing, but basically he said that what Kevin was doing looks like, or what Kevin and Michael Venom Page were doing looks like two lesbians scissoring. So,
Okay,
so that's so
that's what.
that's what so exactly. And so now Kevin Holland felt disrespected, and so they had beef, and so now, but it all got cleared up though. At the end, they were very friendly. So,
Okay, so wait,
but it
so
was still
go.
no. Go ahead. No, ask a question.
So I was gonna say, like, did he get on Rampage's podcast and talk about it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
because that's what this whole thing is about. It's not even about what he said. It was about their interaction. They basically almost came to blows on the podcast.
Really?
So, I mean, they didn't get up, but
Yeah, yeah.
they were talking about, well, I'll fight you. Or
Wow.
Kevin was saying, I want to fight you. And Rampage was just like, Kevin, you don't want that, which Kevin does not want that.
Definitely doesn't.
He does not want that. I mean, Rampage is bigger, and he has some serious ground game.
Crazy.
He's brutal. He's brutal. I mean, and Rampage has, I mean, not so much anymore, but used to have some anger issues. So I don't think that. I think that in that situation, Rampage has kind of all the advantages. I'm just going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Um,
Now did Kevin win last Saturday?
oh no, versus DeRitter. No,
He lost
he didn't. He got submitted first round.
first round.
Yeah.
Kevin
They
Holland.
keep putting him up against these. I mean, I can't even say that because he fought MVP, but he's lost 4 of his last 5 fights now.
They're gonna stop
Yeah,
putting him on the main events now, probably until he gets back into the winning column.
dude, it's a thing where like I just don't know how serious he is. He may need to stop smoking. I think he does smoke weed, but I mean, so does Izzy, so does I
Hmm.
mean, what's his name?
That, do-
So
that
does
doesn't help. That doesn't help the point though. Is he on a losing streak?
yeah, but I mean, I think that Izzy's just declining,
Hmm.
um. But yeah, or I think that it's just, man, it's a different playing field, bro. I can't really say that that's what it's due to. I mean, if he did that his whole career, why is it going to start to affect him negatively now? I mean, it's just I think that it's just different, bro. Like I think that he's just facing different guys. I mean, and also Dorita. I mean, I believe Dorita was a 2 division champion in one. He was
Oh,
middleweight and light. He was a middleweight champ and a light heavyweight champ. So he was a double champ actually over
interesting.
in one.
Okay.
So I feel like this guy is also just levels above him is also just very good. I don't know if Kevin Holland has been a champion in any. I don't think no Kevin Holland's never been a champion in any division. I don't think or in any organization. I don't think so. It's I think that Rainier was just better. He's just better. He's better ground game. I the odds going well. Actually, the odds going into it did have on that night had him as a favorite, but 2 weeks ago, I think it was 2 weeks ago when we talked about it, they were dead even
That even.
going into they were dead even in the odds, but you know. And I don't even remember exactly what the odds were, but it was like two. It would have been. It was definitely. It was like 100 or like 280 or something like that. Plus 100 plus 280. But
Was Rampage ever champion? UFC champion?
mhm.
He was,
Yeah,
right?
Rampage. Let me look at when that was. Hold on one
'Cause I
second.
know I know I know he's an older guy. He's been in Pride, right? He started out in Pride.
Yeah, he started in Japan. The thing is, like, so when he was in Japan, like the people would, there was just all kinds of like corruption, bro. That was in Pride. Uh, and he essentially used to like because I think that they wanted him to lose. I think they wanted him to lose. Um, so he essentially. I'm sorry, because I'm reading at the same time. He essentially just turned into like the antagonist, like a Johnny Somali type. I don't think you know who that is, but you know who that is,
That's
Johnny Somali.
that's the
It's the
guy from.
guy. It's the
That's the guy
IRL
from the.
streamer.
Okay, no, I don't know. I don't know.
He
I
does.
thought it's
He
the guy
does.
from the pirate movie.
Uh,
That's the guy. It's the guy that says, "I'm the captain now."
no, I mean he looks like that guy, but he, like Jack. Have you heard of like these IRL streamers like Jack Doherty and what's his fucking Neon? What's his
Neon, yeah.
name? Yeah. He does stuff like that, like. but the distinction is that Johnny Somali is not rich, so so he doesn't have a bunch of security, so he's just really getting smacked. Like, and the thing is,
Johnny
he's doing
Small.
this in a foreign country. So
Mhm.
he's not actually doing this in like in Eastern Asian countries because he's trying to take advantage of them being like generally more docile. But everybody has a breaking point, bro, because he's going up to people's girls, like
Totally.
saying stuff. But yeah, man, but he got smacked. And I think he's in
Damn.
jail. He's going through a court case right now. He's in jail
Wow.
out there. I think either Korea or Japan.
Johnny
Yeah,
Somali. Okay.
you don't want to bring his dumb ass to China. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, they.
You would not see him again.
Yep.
Yes, that would be his
Vanish,
last video.
vanish in thin air. Um. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta watch that interview. I want to see what they were saying.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
but
you don't even need, you don't, I mean, yeah, I didn't even watch the whole interview. I watched clips of it,
yeah, I would like to see the clips
just,
just to see, how
yeah.
serious they were. But
Yeah,
let's
but to
let's.
answer your question
Oh yeah.
about Rampage,
Yeah.
so Rampage dethroned Chuck. He was the person who took the belt from Chuck Liddell in
Okay.
2007, but he only defended it once before he lost it to Forrest Griffin.
Damn. Okay.
So yeah, and if you remember Forrest Griffin was the guy who he lost to Anderson Silva via front kick. So what's actually so funny is there's a Stephan Bonner who was a UFC fighter. He now is he's since passed away, unfortunately. Um, but I actually used to learn jujitsu from a guy from a guy who was like 8 minutes away from my house, 5 to 8 minutes away from my house.
Mhm.
And I used to learn jujitsu from a guy who actually cornered Stephan Bonner when he fought Forrest Griffin the second time. And
Wow.
yeah, so if
Wow.
you look at Stephan Bonner and Forrest Griffin, and you can see Stephan Bonner, like like the freeze frame of him or whatever from the video, but you can see my coach in the but he's not my coach anymore, but you can see the guy actually in the background. Yeah, but he
Wow. How did you
just
know
yeah,
him?
fun fact.
How did
I
you know
mean,
him?
honestly, bro, so I just knew someone I went to high school with that was training there. And it's not like an exclusive gym or anything like that. I mean, you could go in there and pay for a membership and train. But like he was training with him, and then I wanted to do jujitsu anyway, so I just connected with him, and then I went down there and I met him, and I started training. I didn't stay there because I didn't stay there. There was just personal reasons, to be honest, and then also some professional. I don't know. I'm not really going to get too into it, but all I'm going to say is that I started training at a different gym, and they had, they were actually like, and I mean, he was more of just a jujitsu gym, and they were at the time he was more of just a jujitsu gym, and they were, did everything jujitsu, wrestling, and I could actually fight out of that gym, so that's what I wanted to do, and so I went to there, and there was just some stuff that I heard about that school. Just some stuff that he did that was a little bit, snakish, and so I just decided, yeah, I'm just gonna stay here. My other friend, even though he was training at that MMA gym as well, he already belted under that guy. So he just but that's basically it. I have nothing even against them or him even. It's just
All good.
you can't try and play both sides of something.
Yeah.
You end up
So
having no one.
let, let's get into Marab, man.
Hmm.
Let's get into Marab. Man, this dude Marab. That's one of the that was such a high level fight. Well, yeah, yeah. I would say that. Okay. I had the rounds, first two rounds to Umar, and then I had the
Hmm.
rest to Marab. And I think it was
Yeah, yeah.
pretty.
That's how pretty much I feel like 95% of people had it.
Yeah, and
Um,
that. But what's crazy is I still saw people screaming robbery, which shows you
no, 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 it's not
there is.
robbery.
It doesn't matter what the
He
fight
was
looks like.
literally he was Umar was literally trying to take him down. He was showboating while Umar was trying to take him down. That
Yeah,
is not that
that's
that is what you call dominance, my friend.
dominance. Dominated the guy. But the first two rounds. I mean, the first two rounds are still close. But like Umar did. I mean, he won those rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a close
Yeah,
fight.
Umar's good. Umar's
Yeah,
world
Umar.
class.
Yeah,
You,
no, I thought Umar, was was getting very dangerous on the feet. I thought he was getting very dangerous in those first two rounds. But then, personally, what I saw Umar gas out. I saw him not be able to take the pressure from Merab. I saw Merab
mhm.
just and one thing I always commend Merab about is that he's not scared of these. He doesn't give these guys respect, and this is what's missing from a lot of these dudes. Now, that could backfire on you, but you have to just believe that you can take a punch. Marab got hurt. Marab got wobbled in that first round. I think it was the first or
Yeah.
second round. But Marab doesn't respect. No, I haven't seen Marab respect one dude in the fight. And what I mean by respect is basically you just don't respect their power. You go out there and you walk to him, you step to him. You know what I'm saying? And whatever happens, you have to know that you are confident in your ability to take a punch because you know you're going to get hit at some point. And so, and that's what happened, man. He stepped to Umar, man. He stepped to him, he let him have it, and he took his best shots. And Umar and Marab did great with his pressure, man. I mean, just relentless pressure. His cardio is insane. One of the super talented, man. Just he's a dog. He's a dog.
I
Like he's a
mean, yeah,
straight dog.
he's world class, dude. I don't know if you ever saw this video, but this just illustrates Marab's cardio. How Marab's cardio is just on a different level. So there's this video. It was actually like earlier last year that I saw this, but he did this. Like, you know how some swimming pools, you go to like a hotel or a resort or something. Some swimming pools be like long as hell. So Marab goes under. He's not wearing no equipment or nothing, no snorkel or something like that. Marab goes under the water, holds his breath in basically, like, I don't know what you call this stroke under the water, like a breath, like
Water.
no,
Treading
no, no,
water.
no, 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 no. He was like underneath the water, like in going like this, and swam from one end of the pool to the other and held his breath the entire time underneath the water.
So
So like
he was standing up.
no, 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 he was swimming. He
Okay.
was swimming underneath the water, like
That
swimming.
when you're doing that, is that what you mean?
Yeah, like how scuba divers
Hmm.
would swim, how they they kick their feet, or they're like use like the butterfly, is
Okay.
that what it is, a
Okay.
butterfly stroke?
Yeah, I know. I mean, I can picture what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he basically held his breath for the length of the pool. He was under there for like 45 seconds, bro.
Mhm.
And it may not seem like a lot, like, oh well, you're holding your breath for 45 seconds.
Yeah.
It's also, you got to think about the fact that it's harder to hold your breath underwater because of the pressure.
Pressure.
And also,
Also the fact that you're obviously swimming itself
yeah, you're
yourself. Like
moving.
his cardio is nuts. It's nuts. It's nuts. I mean,
It doesn't make
I was just,
sense, dude.
huh? Huh?
It doesn't make sense.
No, man. I mean,
Like it,
he looks fresh in the fifth round. It's insane. He looks
yeah,
fresh in the fifth round. He's just coming at the guy. He's just high guarding him. You know what I'm saying? Coming with his shots. I mean, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful performance. And honestly, I don't know who beats him right now. I don't know who beats him. Um,
yeah. No, I mean, I don't think there's anybody in the division right now that beats him, bro.
because
You're gonna have to.
everyone was saying for months that Marab was scared of Umar. Everyone was saying it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
O'Malley said it. I saw all sorts of people online saying that Marab was
Marab,
scared of
Marab had Marab had to win the way he won. Like, he had to do everything that he did in order to like shut that
Right,
rumor
right.
down.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
so the
Oh, man, that
showboating,
yeah, yeah,
he
my
had to
respect
do
for
that.
him, my I won't even say respect, but I I'm with him, man.
Admiration,
Yeah,
admiration.
admiration,
Yeah.
absolutely. It went up sky. I mean, I already like the dude, but
Hmm.
I think he's an awesome, awesome champion. I
Dude, did
think
you
he's an
see?
awesome
I don't know
fighter.
if you saw this. You know that that female fighter that like she be like like she be shaking ass.
Mhm.
Eileen Perez. She
Yeah,
did
yeah,
that. She did that in front of Merab, and Merab went, "Can I touch?" It just went. I just swear. I'm like,
wow.
nah, man. I love this guy.
This
I
is a
like this
real
guy,
ass
man.
dude. This is a
I
real
like
ass
this
dude,
guy.
man.
Yeah,
Seriously,
this is a man's man right
that's
here.
right. It's
Like,
a man's man
yeah,
right there.
yeah.
It's a
And
man's man.
Eileen Perez looks good as hell. I ain't gonna lie
Yeah.
to you.
And you saw what he said. He said, people asked him if he's the greatest bantamweight, and he said Aljamain Sterling. So he's a loyal guy, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a
Oh
loyal
yeah,
guy.
honestly, bro, what's hilarious is I forgot. I completely forgot that they trained together.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
I know it, but I knew that, but like I haven't thought about that. Like I don't like when I think of Marab, I don't even make that connection.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's all I look like seem like they're really, really good friends. You
Hmm.
know, saying dudes in the back with the Russian hat thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, he's just a world class dude.
Yeah.
He
That is a really good friendship because he literally moved up so they didn't have to
yeah,
fight each other. I
exactly.
mean, you can argue that that's like, you know, he was going to do that anyway. There wasn't really much left for him to do at bantamweight,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
was always and I'm actually not so much of that. It's actually more of like he's getting older, bro. He's not getting any younger.
He's
He was
35, right?
already how old is Aljamain?
I think ultimately he's not young. I mean, he's young, but he's not like young, young. Pretty sure he's 35.
Yeah, he's 35. Yeah,
Yeah,
35 as of July 31st. Yeah, so
let me see how old Marab is.
he was always a big bantamweight.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
I mean
He was
he's
always a big bantamweight.
yeah. I mean, what's his name? Aljamain is ripped. Like you
Dude,
when he gets down to 135, man, he is like
dude, it's
shredded, shredded,
crazy how he
crazy.
looks.
The amount of
It's
veins that you could see,
he
like it's
looks cut, bro. He looks
yeah,
like
it's ridiculous.
he looks like somebody made him out of stone. Like
Dude,
he
yo,
looks
facts.
like,
Chiseled, chiseled
yes,
at the
chiseled.
granite, bro. Like straight, yeah, no, yeah, so he's a big 135er. And so yeah, I didn't really see. I mean, he what defended his belt three times. Good, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a good time. And so but yeah, I mean, I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna give Sean O'Malley a second fight next, which I'm not mad at, but I think that Merab is gonna do him even worse. Um, and look, I mean, what's his name? Marab doesn't respect anybody that he's fighting, bro. So like that is the case, man. He's not gonna respect you. He's gonna walk through you. He's gonna walk through you. And huh, yeah. I'm with him.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see his title reign. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So it'll be
yeah.
fun. Like my favorite title reigns so far, my all-time favorite was definitely Oliveira. He just kept shocking people. I
Yeah.
just remember, bro, he just kept shocking people time after time after time, and it was just like crazy. Like, bro, how is he doing it? So that's my favorite title reign. How about yours, if you have one?
My favorite title reign ever. That is, I mean, it's got to be either Izzy
Oh, bro, yeah,
or it's got to be either Izzy or Anderson.
Anderson.
Oh dang, bro, it's difficult because it could be Izzy, it could be Kamaru,
Tomorrow. Oh
it
yeah, I
could
forgot about that.
damn, it
Forgot
could
about that one.
be it could be Anderson Silva.
Mhm.
That's actually a really
That's
difficult
a good
question
question,
that
right? It's a hard
I
one.
feel like we should actually save that and put it
Yeah, I
because we
agree.
could talk about this for a lot. We
Yeah,
could
I
talk about
agree.
this for a long time. So
Yeah.
I think we should like put it on I'm gonna think about the
We should have
question.
like a full episode for that one.
Damn, I mean,
But you know.
Because it's just like we can't say John Jones. We gotta get into the John Jones conversation again,
Right,
bro.
right.
Because
Yeah,
it's really, bro,
hope
it's
it's at the
really
final
just
round.
like how good would John Jones have been if he never? And then there's George St. Pierre too.
Right. George St. Pierre, there's DJ, there's Henry,
It's-
I mean,
Dude,
there's a lot of dudes that
I
there's a
mean,
lot
yeah.
of dudes.
So it's like okay. I'm gonna break it down though. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna be like, what? Did you get me tenders? Thank you. Sorry. I'm thinking about food, bro. No, but I have to. I'll come up with some like serious metrics to basically like break it down as to who. Because I mean, like I said literally at the beginning of the episode, I said, listen, we have to judge these fighters by their heights. So it's like, who do we think really reached like the highest highs?
Right,
You know.
right, right.
So
Yeah.
so we got to think about that.
It's hard,
I don't
man.
know.
That's
Yeah,
something that we
it's a
gotta
very
think about
difficult
for sure.
question.
So what did I mean? And I knew this fight was gonna go this way with Renato Moicano. Now,
Hanato.
did he knock Islam down? Was that a knockdown?
No, they ruled it. They ruled it a slip.
What do you think?
I mean, honestly, bro, there's a lot of stuff because I didn't watch it back, but there's a lot of stuff where it's like it looks in the moment like a person got knocked down, but like you come back to it, and, it's a slip. I mean, I
Okay,
think
so
they ruled, but like the thing is, you remember Max Holloway? He fought Justin Gaethje and he got knocked down. They ruled that. They didn't rule that a knockdown either.
oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah.
So
Okay, so when I watched it, when they played it back, it looked like he got touched on the top of his head, and it's
mhm.
hard to say if that was actually what knocked him
Well,
down or that he slipped. It is honestly hard to say.
yeah, well, yeah, you got to see. I guess the thing that you got to do is you got to see what his feet are doing at the same time.
True.
Like you got to
True.
see is he already?
Right. Is it
But even
impacted
still,
or
like but even still, like just because you're off balance doesn't mean you were going to fall. So
also true. Also true. It's hard to say. But I will say that when he did get down, he either was embarrassed or he was surprised because as soon as he got knocked down, he took him down. Like in his eyes, he looked like kind of surprised. And so
I
I
mean,
knew
if I was Islam, like that's a thing where it's like regardless of whether or not it was a knockdown, it's kind of a thing where like,
you're
wait a
still
minute,
fight.
it's like a thing where like you wake up and you're like, wait a minute, I have a way more reliable way to
Right. To
hit
win
this now.
this.
I'm standing over here falling and shit. Like what?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've slipped. I've slipped, and I'm like, and you kind of, I mean, not embarrassed, but you're like, what the, you know what I'm saying? And you kind of get back up, you're like, and
Yeah.
like, I'm just saying that to the point to why he looked so surprised, because you could know some people could argue, oh, he looked surprised because he felt the power, right? And then he said, but like,
Mhm.
I mean, because we know Renato can hit, you know what I'm saying? What
Oh
he
yeah,
can hit.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He does have power.
Listen, I don't want these Brazilians to get on your ass. It's Renato. It's
Huh? Huh?
it's Renato. The
Renato?
R's, yeah, and the
Okay.
R's in like the Brazilian names are H's. So like
Okay.
that's why Royce is Royce, not Royce.
Oh
Or
yes.
like yeah,
So
yeah,
Renato Moicano.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Renato. Okay, interesting. Okay, I didn't know that.
No, it's good. But that's
But
why I
yeah,
always say Pajeda.
Bejera.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, man. I mean, but I knew it was gonna be first round submission. I knew it. I said it. I, I don't bet personally, but if I was a betting man, I would have bet that money.
How you would have bet the spread?
Man, I don't bet,
You'd
man.
bet
Because
first round. Yeah, neither do I.
every time I bet, bro, I for some reason things that make sense seem to not make sense anymore. So
Do you want to
I
know?
don't bet.
You want to know what's crazy? I had this friend. Uh, she's like a like butch like lesbian. Like honestly, like the first time I met her, it
You said she's
was
light skinned.
no lesbian.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it was like the first time I met her, I was like it took me like a couple of days like to be
To
like,
realize. Oh,
is this a female or is this just like prettier man that I'm looking, because it was
No.
like it was like she dressed very masculine and had short hair, like like a male haircut. But she's cool though. She's cool as hell, and she will say that.
She
She
would
would
say
say
what?
that to you. Like if she heard me say that, she would laugh. Like she's cool. She's but like
Oh, oh, oh. Wait.
but basically but basically like I be getting off on tangents. But basically the whole point of what I'm saying is, so I look at on Snapchat the other day, this girl won a 25 leg one game parlay.
20, what the fuck does that mean?
So like how you make a parlay, right? So
Mm.
each bet on the parlay, that's a leg.
Oh, 25
So
hit? Bro, what? How much is
25 leg. She won like $400.
okay, so super duper low risk ones.
Yeah, so I mean, but well, it was
Still.
just like she wasn't betting a lot of money on each of them, which you
Mm.
shouldn't. But like, I mean, it
That's
was still
crazy.
25. The odds were like plus 3,500. Oh no, it was more than that. I think the odds were like,
So they're very, very likely to happen. Oh
God.
shoot. Oh shoot. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. It's so plus the pluses is actually underdogs. Like it's actually yeah. So the minus like the minus
Minus
350 or
are more
something like
likely.
that. Yeah, the
Minus are more
minuses, those are
likely.
the favorites.
Okay.
But yeah, man, she won a
Yeah.
25 leg.
That's
And I
crazy.
forgot what game it was for, what sport it was for, but
Yeah.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
No, I don't bet either though. I
Yeah.
don't really bet either. I mean, I just like I'm not a gambling man. Like I've had before, but it's just like I don't get the thrill of it. I
No,
just
not
don't.
at all. Not at all. Especially when you know I personally do not like throwing away money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even like spending money on food. Like you know what I'm saying? So like I don't like the fact that my odds are not always at a certain level of of me getting my money back. So I don't like doing it. Like I said, you can obviously make a lot of money, but then also you lose a lot of money as well. Like it's inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when you do the math, are you really making money or are you just gaining back what you lost?
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Yeah, bro. I mean, you wanna know what's funny too is Dana Dana White is like a crazy gambler too. There's a story about Dana White about I think it was Rogan. He walked in, Dana White was down 600K, bro.
600K.
But by the end of the night he was back up 600K. But yeah, I don't know, bro. Some people are really addicted to gambling. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Some people, bro, like some people will bet on raindrops, like rolling down a window, like that addicted to gambling. Like,
Bro, what?
like people will bet like which direction is a raindrop gonna fall, or like I
Nah,
feel like
man.
that's like I
That
feel
is
like that's like a
that is a
extreme level. Like
sickness.
that's
That's a
past like
sickness. You have to
betting
be
on like
sick.
high school girls softball or something
Bro,
like
no, yeah,
that.
yeah, that's a sickness, bro. You're not healthy. Like that's the actual like a disability at that point, bro. Come on
No,
now.
it is crazy. I
That's
think that
insane.
I gotta watch that movie Uncut Gems. I gotta watch that
Yeah, I
movie.
haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Is it supposed there's supposed to be some crazy
I think it's
documentary?
Tom Cruise, right?
No, it's Adam
Tom
Sandler.
Cruise.
Adam
Oh
Sandler.
yeah. And
Yeah,
Adam
Adam
Sandler, you're
Sandler.
right. And
Yeah, I gotta.
Uncut Gems. But
Yeah.
yeah, that they're saying like, oh, he basically like has a gambling debt, and then he wins it all back. He like wins it all, and then can't resist like betting it all, and he bets it all again and loses it. So
Nah.
I gotta watch that movie though. I gotta
Yeah,
watch that movie.
definitely, definitely,
Oh,
definitely.
I did watch the Zab Judah fight.
Oh, versus Floyd. What do you think about it?
Yeah. I mean, it was exactly like you said. It was, he was winning till he wasn't.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was winning till he
it
wasn't.
wasn't it insane to see Floyd lose like multiple rounds in a row.
Yeah. I mean, bro, Zab is fast.
He's fast. He's like
Bro.
lightning fast. He's lightning fast. He
Yeah, but
just
you couldn't even see it.
his issue was that he wasn't able to stay disciplined long enough.
Yeah.
That's what his issue was. And he has multiple fights like that where he's winning, he just can't keep it up. He gets too in his head, he gets too emotional. they land a
Mhm.
really good punch, and he starts to feel embarrassed, and he throws everything he just did out the window, and but
Yeah. Then
he was
that's so difficult not to do, man. That's
yeah, it's
so
hard.
difficult not to do
It's hard. I
because
mean,
it's like
especially you got your
it's an
family
ego
there.
thing.
Yeah, it's ego. It's ego. You got your family there. You got
Hmm.
everyone watching. I mean, he's a hood dude, right? I think he's from Brooklyn, right? So
Yeah,
them dudes there, they got their, the chest puffed out to the max, like, but, you
100%.
just,
It's a
you
fight
can't,
at the end of the day.
it's a fight. You're gonna get hit. You're not gonna look 100%
Hmm.
if he had stayed composed, but that's what Floyd does, though. That's what Floyd does. He'll wear you out. So he'll find your weaknesses, and I think by the fourth or fifth round, Floyd started to take over. Um, and so, but yeah, it was insane though. I mean, you'd never seen Floyd continuously lose rounds like that. You see
Hmm.
Floyd have close rounds, but he lost multiple rounds in a row, and it was like, yo, and like I said, he unofficially knocked Floyd down. Like Floyd, his gloves did touch the canvas. So
Yes, yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
yeah,
I did see
yeah, that
that.
that was a knockdown. That it should have been a knockdown.
So Floyd hasn't been knocked down in his
Floyd
career,
has
basically,
never
not
been knocked.
officially.
He's not. He has been technically knocked down, but that was only because he broke his hand, and he took a knee.
Oh, he
He
took it.
took a knee
Okay.
in the old Pretty Boy Floyd fight, but he's never
Yeah.
been technically knocked down. Like gotten hit and knocked down. Um,
Hmm.
so but yeah, that fight, and then what I want you to watch is Emmanuel Augustus versus Floyd Mayweather. That is another
Okay.
movie. That is another straight movie. So yeah, you got to watch that one. But we'll wrap it up here. I know you got to go to class soon, so I'm gonna wrap it
Yes,
up
sir.
here, and we'll get back hopefully Friday. We'll talk about some nonsense going on in boxing, of course, and see what's going on with MMA. 'Cause I know Izzy fights soon. So, but yeah, you guys already know what it is. Darko, the red corner. Peace.
Peace.